Hello, good morning. We're on a road trip today and we're just on our way to visit some friends who live about 4 hours away from us. So it's going to be a long road trip. 4 hours there and 4 hours back. Long day, long trip, lots of driving. Anyway, the boy did something very silly and I'm going to let him tell you what he did. Now tell us what you did, darling.
I just took the natural route that I normally do, which is cutting across the harbor bridge. Unfortunately, that is in completely the wrong direction. I should have gone towards the Anzac Bridge. So once we get into Kirribilli in North Sydney, we'll do a quick turnaround and be all right. Shouldn't be more than a 10 to 15 minute delay.
So this is the bridge that we are crossing, and this is the famous Sydney Harbour Bridge, and there's some apartments over there, and we're just approaching North Sydney where we're going to turn around and get back on the right track. So we'll see you sometime along the way.
If you look at these green signs, you won't see any sign to Oberon there.
So we're just approaching the Harbour Bridge on the other side. We've turned around. You can sort of see the view heading back into Sydney, and that's Sydney there right in the distance, and we're just coming on to the Harbour Bridge.
You can see the pylons for the beginning of the Harbour Bridge up there.
Let's zoom in. There you go. Those are the pylons that my boy was talking about. And we're off again. So we're just going around the freeway and here we go. Just coming onto the Harbour Bridge. There you go. That's the Harbour Bridge and that's what we're approaching now as we drive towards it. So this is the very famous Sydney Harbour Bridge. And we're just getting onto it. A train next to us.
And if you ever get to Sydney, you can actually climb up on top of the Harbour Bridge and get great views of all of the surrounding area.
Yes, that's right. You can climb the Harbour Bridge, but it's very expensive. I think it's like almost $200 per person to climb the bridge. And, fun trivia fact, a friend of ours actually started the Sydney Harbour Bridge climb, the business, but he's now sold it to someone else.
His brother.
He sold it to his brother. So there you go, little fun fact. Okay, we're back in the city.
I wanted to go there too. And
the boy's taken another wrong turn and he's missed the turn off for the Anzac Bridge, which is the right bridge we want to cross.
Then I missed a turn too.
And then he missed another turn where he had to turn to get back onto the bridge. So now we're just kind of wandering around the city trying to figure out how to get back the way we need to.
I know where to go. Into Haymarket now.
So that's Chinatown in front of us. And you can see the little pagoda things. And yeah, so this is Chinatown. And we're just trying to find our way back to the Anzac Bridge. Stay tuned! So this is George Street, which is the major street in Sydney. And it's where all the shops are. There are a lot of office buildings and you can see like all those really tall buildings around there. So we're just kind of turning around. This is the, I'll show you, Three Monkeys pub. We've got the Three Monkeys standing in front of there. And anyway,
Anzac Bridge.
Heading in the right direction now. So we finally turned around and it looks like we're heading in the right direction. So let's see how we go. Okay, so we're on the right track now and the bridge is coming up. So we're just gonna go around the bend and you see those triangular thingies. That's the Anzac Bridge. It's not as pretty as the Harbour Bridge, but it's still a pretty nice bridge, and it made a heck of a lot of difference to the traffic flow when this first opened up. So yeah, we're on the Anzac Bridge, which means we are on the right track and we're heading in the right direction.
And what does Anzac stand for, huh?
Anzac, I should know this. It's the Anzacs, I think, are soldiers, and they fought in some war, I think. I don't know.
Second World War?
I don't know which World War it was or which war it was, but anyway, this bridge actually commemorates the Anzacs, as in the soldiers, but my Australian history is terrible, so I can't give you any more information than that. And there's a statue of an Anzac soldier there. So yeah, we're on our way. Hello again, and we're on a road trip, just so you know, and we're driving for about 4 hours. I think I might have mentioned that, but so you're gonna see a lot of road. But we're just starting to head up into the mountains, and
Sydney over there.
This is the start of it. We're just starting to head up, and we're, you know, going into the country. On the left-hand side of us is the city, which you can't see because there are a whole bunch of trees. And then this is us heading up the mountain. And you can't see it. I can feel it because we're driving, but the car's definitely going upwards.
Yeah, we'll be going from basically sea level up to maybe 800, 850 meters or so. So that's quite an ascent into the hills. This is also a World Heritage Country. You know, it's well protected, known for its blue gum trees and the beautiful scenery in that.
So we're well and truly into the middle of the mountain country.
The Blue Mountains.
The Blue Mountains. And we're just about to come up to a really, really nice, what used to be a really, really nice, sorry about that dinging. Our GPS dings for no apparent reason.
Turn it off if you want.
What was I saying? Oh yes. So we're coming up towards a really, really nice, I hope you don't get car sick, because, you know, we're kind of in the car and bumping around. But, as I was saying, we're coming up to what used to be a really, really nice hotel with absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous views. And it's been sold, or it's out of business, and it's really run down now, which is really, really sad. And I just wanted to show it to you because it used to be absolutely stunning, and now it's just overgrown and pathetic. By the way, this is typical Australian countryside. Gum trees, very brown, not terribly exciting. And that bluish tint you see is the haze from all the eucalyptus oils coming off the gum trees, which is why this is actually called the Blue Mountains. Okay, so this hotel's coming up now, and it's called used to be called the Hydro Majestic. Oh, it looks like
starts here. They're doing some big work on it.
Looks like there's some construction going on, because this is all like, I think somebody might have bought it and they're doing something.
Yeah. Look out for romance. It's
it's a
massive.
So this is it, and I'm really, really happy and excited to see that there's some construction going on. So, yay! Got a little bit of a view there of the mountains in the distance. But now we're officially out of the mountains and we're heading down on the other side of the mountains. So we're getting into the flats now.
This is the rural Australia that everyone romanticizes about who lives overseas. You know, where you start to own your couple hundred, a couple thousand, to tens of thousands of acreage. What was that show with Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman?
Australia, yeah.
Yeah, this is where they'd be herding cattle and having their sheep farms and that.
So some of the mountains up ahead, and yeah, just a little bit of scenery in the countryside. The mountain countryside as opposed to the wine countryside from a previous vlog that I had. So as you can see, you know, just the mountains. And there's a left turn ahead.
Which we'll be taking.
Which we will be taking.
Not the first one.
So yeah, so this is typical, you know, country, and that's the Little Hartley Courthouse. We actually have a painting of that, which is quite nice.
After 800 meters, turn left.
As you can see, we have the GPS going as well. Some great scenery over there. So, isn't that just absolutely gorgeous scenery?
Just a bunch of billy goats. You can see why some people love living out here full time, even though it's about 2.5, 3 hours out of Sydney.
Isn't this beautiful? Yeah. I can definitely see why people like living out here. Don't know if you can see this in the distance, but we've got some turbine, there we go, windmill things going on there. I'm sorry it's a little bumpy, it's just the road, but that's kind of cool. Wind power.
Good. Right now we're well past the mountains. We're coming out to timber country. This is a patch at associated with borals. They take a acreage every 15 years and they rotate and grow new timber. And they're just clearing and getting ready to reseed this and start the regrowth. And then 18 years later, they'll cut all these trees down again. So looks a little bit despicable right now, but it's part of nature and part of cultivating the land for good use, economic use, and regeneration.
Hi, so we've arrived finally after, I don't know, 3-4 hours of driving. I'm like totally nauseous because the road was terrible. But it wasn't bad, but it was really like windy and I got nauseous. And so now I'm having a cup of tea while everybody else is having a glass of wine. But I will get to the glass of wine. So I'm going to show you around. So this is this gorgeous kitchen that Inara has, which I am so jealous. I have kitchen envy. And I'm trying to catch Inara. She keeps hiding. There she is. Hi. See you there.
This is a good little video clip we'll put in for Rob King in the UK.
Oh yeah, for Rob.
Yeah.
Hi Rob.
Looks like you guys have become good friends.
Yeah, we have. He's a very nice, fuzzy kind of guy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
so Inara, tell me, what are you feeding us today?
Today we're having French onion soup, and then we're
love a French onion soup.
And then we're going to have salmon with mushrooms and potatoes and vegetables with a nice mustard honey dressing. And then we are going to have pears if they haven't gone to mush.
Sounds great. And this is your non-cooking cooking approach, right?
Oh, it's all easy. Yeah.
And this is Ted. Say hello,
Hi.
Ted.
Hi folks, wherever you may be.
All over the world.
All over the world?
Yeah.
Well, we're in Oberon, New South Wales.
This is my very
Sydney.
formal husband, folks.
Okay.
Very formal.
Very. He's absolutely gorgeous. I love him to bits.
Yeah.
But we're about 200 kilometres west of Sydney, up in the mountains. We're on the plateau, about 1,200 metres above sea level. So we get the weathers.
It's freezing. It's absolutely freezing.
This is only a 4-jumper day.
Look at what he's wearing. I mean, it's 23 degrees Celsius in the city and it is 13 degrees colder out here. So I'm going to take you outside and I'm going to show you this beautiful deck. Look at this gorgeous deck. This deck is, Ted made this deck, and Ted's a builder and he's 81 years old and he built this gorgeous deck. So I am so envious. I love this deck.
Deanna said,
check out this table. It's like perfectly set. Inara is like the hostess extraordinaire. And she's got crystal on the table and this really big block of, what the heck is that?
That's Parmesan.
Oh, a really big block of Parmesan cheese. So it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna go in the kitchen. So this is the kitchen and just puttering around. And we're just getting some food out, so we're gonna be eating fairly soon.
Just about now, I think. Hang on.
So, I'm in the kitchen, and this is, look at that yummy looking French onion soup, which looks really, really good. I've tasted it. It is good. And this is, well, this was supposed to be the sauce for dessert, but it's now turned into jam. And it actually tastes pretty damn good too.
We might just have it with the peas.
It'll be pretty good. Let's see what else there is. We've got some asparagus. We've got some carrots.
And then we've got they have to be put on with asparagus, and then that's going to be over the salmon. That's the
That looks
sauce.
good. That looks good.
And that's it. Then this is going to be, the salmon's going to go in there.
Are you baking the salmon?
Well, I have never baked salmon before. I always put it on the pan. But today, I thought, I don't know, we'll bake it.
We'll see how it goes.
See how it goes. I always put it on the back, so I like my salmon really rare.
Yes, I actually don't like cooked salmon.
Oh, don't you say you're not going to eat it?
I will eat it, but you just said you like it really rare,
I
so
do.
I can eat it really rare.
I like it rare.
I don't like it like cooked right through.
No,
like,
neither do I. Neither do I.
So I don't.
So, do you ever bake salmon?
No,
Yes.
I always eat my salmon raw.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just put it in for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something like that, you know.
5 minutes is good.
Yeah.
So you've just got us yammering away and chatting and just catching up. So it's, I don't know, might not be terribly interesting for you, but we're just really excited to be catching up with Ted and Inara because they're really, really good friends of ours. And we've known you guys for how long now? Must be a good 10, 15 years. Oh, 1999?
There you go.
Yeah. So we've known them for a really long time and they're fabulous friends. Inara is a nutcase. Like,
Why?
she is like airy, fairy, loopy, you know,
Positive,
in a really good kind of way. In a really good kind of way.
Positive, yeah.
she's a lot of fun. She's like full of absolutely amazing positive energy. So she's awesome. So you're doing the wine, yeah?
Hi, yes. Since Inara was kind enough to cook for us today, I decided to bring some wine along. She's making some French onion soup and salmon after that, which will be delicious.
So what do we got?
Look, a little bit of leftover 4 gold medal, 1999 Maria Park Semillon, absolutely stunning, one of the best ever. And then we're going to go with a New Zealand Babbage Sauvignon Blanc with the salmon. I've never tried this before, but it's about twice what I pay for most Sauvignon Blancs, and I found it at a cellar and anxious to give that a shot. And then for dessert with the pears, we're going to go with a Wolf Blass Gold Label dessert wine. And this is really a nice wine, and just look at the color on that. Absolutely stunning. So I should be able to do really well with the food and wine. This is from Saz in the Cellar.
So we're just about to sit down for lunch and we're having our first course, which is cheesy
Normally
bread
it sits in like that. But it's a bit
and French onion soup.
And
Okay, we're just starting to have dessert. I forgot to film the mains, sorry, but anyway, look at this. Doesn't that look absolutely amazing? That is ice cream with poached pear and some jam stuff on top. It's really, really good. So, you know, we're gonna eat and yeah.
And
there
it
you
should go well with this nice Wolf Blass Gold Label.
Yep.
Toasty, caramelized, sticky dessert wine from Australia.
No.
So we're
You could just look
done
at
with, what did we have?
What?
We had
Made it.
starters, we had
Get it.
mains, we had dessert, and now we're having cheese with strawberries and quince and, oh look, figs and dates, and Ted's making tea. So you know what? We're pretty much done here, aren't we? We're pretty full, aren't we?
We are.
We've had so much to eat.
Yeah, we have.
So I'm going to say goodbye here. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!